Happy Spookies, everybody. I hope you're all doing well, having the most excellent day. And this is going to be more of a recommendation, quick fire video. We're going to go ahead and talk about Greg McLean's 2007's Rogue.
I'm supposed to catch a boat cruise from here.
So one of the rules of my tour is that you have only one chance to complain about the heat and the flies. It's probably the most dangerous member of the crocodilian family. So they can swim underwater at up to 20 miles an hour without making a ripple on the surface. And they can burst out to attack with incredible speed.
And I feel like it's not talked about enough, so I just want to bring it up. Now, what's interesting about this movie, before I go into, what it's about and stuff, is it actually has really good reviews. Not really good, but pretty good reviews for a freaking Crocodile movie. But unfortunately, it just did not do well in the box office. I don't know. I've talked to people about this when I first watched it on Twitter. People were recommending me, and I was like, oh, I never even heard of this. And they're like, what? You've never heard of this movie? The movie came out in 2007, directed by Greg McLean, who actually went and did Wolf Creek, which is, I remember seeing it a long time ago. I have not visited that movie in a very long time. I just recall it being pretty crazy.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
And then he came out with this one. So let's get into it. The movie stars Michael Vartan, who is Monster-in-Law. That movie where it's like a rom-com where he's getting married, and I think it's Jennifer Lopez or somebody.
Really? Will you marry me?
It's too sudden. She's in shock.
No, I mean I am, but.
And then he's also been in that Drew Barrymore movie where she's like Never Been Kissed. Oh, that's the name of the movie, Never Been Kissed. The movie also stars Radha Mitchell. I don't know if I said her first name, but she's in Silent Hill. We got that blue fucking dude from Avatar. You know what? There's a lot of other people, so shout out to all of them. This is all about some journalist dude. He's out there on an assignment, and he takes some sort of like cruise, some river cruise, something like that, some wildlife river cruise. And everything's going very well on the cruise. At one point, the Avatar guy shows up being a complete fucking dick. I think he's mad because he's not getting any, or the girl ain't giving it to him because he's like, why don't you go to the bar with me or something? And then we got the, monster-in-law, never been kissed guy. He stands up and he says something. Somebody else says something. So, you got your average punks come bully some tourists. Anyways, they go about their day. And everything's going well. And all of a sudden, they see a flare in the sky. So they go check it out. There's a boat flipped underwater. And from here on out, they end up getting trapped on a small little island in the middle of I believe what they call a sort of tidal river, tidal lake. Because the island they're on, there's plenty of room for all of them to chill. They can either swim and take their chances with the crocodile or just chill. But by the end of the night, the tide's going to come in. So they're going to be fucked. And here we just have a group of people trying to survive, trying to get off this little tiny island while this fucking insane, huge, monstrous fucking crocodile is just snapping at them one by one. The movie was actually inspired by a true story, true crocodile or alligator out there by the name of Sweetheart.
One of Darwin's most popular attractions, the 17-foot reptile that once terrorized fishermen and women.
There's also an interesting little part where the Never Been Kissed guy, he first enters the bar in Australia, and there's all these pictures on the wall. It actually might be the opening credits, actually. I can't recall. But there's a part, either at the beginning or when the guy walks in, one or the other. Tons of news clippings and everything about alligator attacks. That's all real clippings and everything. When I found it out, I was like, wow, that's actually pretty chilling. All right, I really enjoyed the way this movie looks. Absolutely beautiful. Man, Australia in this movie, it made me want to just go live there. But seriously, you watch this movie and it just looks absolutely beautiful, man. The way it's shot, a lot of good scenery. Acting was good all around. We have the Avatar dude. He was good at being a dick. And then eventually when he comes, into the movie later on, and he's on the island with everybody, he goes from being like a dick to like being the hero, which was pretty cool. So at one point we get to see the Croc's lair, which is fucking cool. I'm telling you, the scenery and like the settings of this movie was really well done and just looks great. The acting is good. Some of the tourists are annoying. We have like some dude, he's got like a camera. He like offers to take a picture for this family, so he like uses their camera. And he just starts going off about how badass his fucking camera is. I was like, oh God, shut up, bro. I also enjoyed the way this movie ends. Like, its third act kind of went into a different direction. And I was like, okay. It kind of tricked me to where it was going. And then when it got to its third act and the way it was executed, I was like, okay, I thought it was going to end this way. And it kind of went and did this. And then it was like this, like that, like that. What am I doing? But I thought the movie was executed very well. All around, this is an incredibly entertaining movie. There's just something about this movie in particular that just makes it entertaining. You're going to watch it and be like, maybe the first few minutes you're going to be like, but once they get onto that river and like they get to the flare part and they go see what's going on, that's where the movie really kicks in. And it doesn't take long to get there. Maybe it takes about 15 minutes tops, I want to say. Could be wrong, but it really doesn't take long for the action to kick in. I really enjoy how abrupt some of the killings were, or just some of the scenes were with the crocodile. It just happened so fast, out of nowhere, just like boom. And just like that, I'm going to go ahead and shut up. This movie is streaming for free on Tubi. As of today, it is November 26th. The movie is streaming for free on Tubi. I don't know whenever I upload this, if it's still up there or not. You just Google it. You know how to Google. Happy Spookies.